Hi guys, and welcome back from Carly at the Apothecary. Really good to see you guys again. If you're new to the channel or like the videos, please show your support by hitting like and subscribe down below. Welcome to the fourth in our Easter crochet video tutorial series. Today we will be making this very cute little egg holder, which we often use just in the kitchen. We will be using US terms for this, and you will need your choice of yarns and the colors that you wish. I'll be using turquoise and pink and my trusty 3mm hook. So we will be starting with a slip knot on a hook as always. We will chain 5 and then slip stitch into the first chain to make our ring to work into. We're then going to chain 3, which counts as our first double crochet, and we're going to do 2 more double crochets into that loop, then chain 2 and do 3 more double crochets into that loop. We're then going to repeat this a further 4 times, so chain 2 and 3 more double crochets, and I'll see you guys at the end once you have 6 of those 3 double crochet clusters. So I've completed my 6th. There we go. 3 double crochet clusters. We're now going to chain 2 and we're going to slip stitch to that 3rd chain that we did at the beginning to complete round 1. And that places us at the top of that first chain 3 that we did. So for round 2 we're going to chain 3, which counts as our first double crochet, and then in the next 2 we're going to do 1 double crochet in each, so that's 2 and 3. Now we'll be adding 2 to each round, so in that chain 2 space we'll do 1 double crochet, chain 2 and 1 double crochet back into that chain 2 space, and now we're on those 3 double crochets. So remember, your first one is right in that corner, so 3 double crochets in each of those 3 previous double crochets, and then back at the corner 1 double crochet, chain 2, 1 double crochet, and repeat this along, so 1 in each of those 3 double crochets. And now we've got 5 on either side. I'll meet you at the end once you've repeated this on each side and you get to that last corner. So this is our last row and we're back at that corner, so 1 double crochet into that corner, chain 2 and 1 double crochet back in, and now again we're going to slip stitch to the top of that chain 3 space. Mine's a bit tight, so yep, and that is row 2 complete. Now we've got 5 on either side. Now we are going to repeat this process, remembering to increase by 2 each time. So we started with 3, then 5, then 7, and then 9 to end 4th round. So we'll come back at round 4 where we'll do a little bit different for round 5. So I'm just completing a round 4 and I will slip stitch to the end to join. And then in round 5 we're going to be working in the front loops of our work only. That way this good side will be the bit that you see on the outside. So we're going to chain 3 and then working in just those front loops only, so not under the entire stitch, just that front loop. We're going to continue building our round, so double crochet under each of those front loops until you get to the corner, and at the corner we are just going to work through that chain space. So double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, and then front loops only on the straight bits. And these back loops will be where we're going to build that center section of the holder. So I'm just going to finish off round 5. Remembering in round 5 you should have 13 on each of your straights. For rounds 6 onwards we will be working through both loops again. So we will increase from 13 to 15 in row 6 to 17 in row 7 and finally to 19 in row 8. So I'll see you guys back when you have 8 rounds. So I have my 8 rounds and I have tied off my work, and I'm now going to switch to my second color, and I'm going to attach my yarn under one of those back loops that were remaining. Any one if you want. I normally start in the middle. So we're going to put our hook under and then pull our pink yarn through, chain 3, and that will count as our first double crochet, and then we are going to double crochet under each of those back loops left over, so we should have 11 on either straight, and I'll see you when you get to the corner section. Here I am at the corner, so I've done, well, it's only 6 on this side because of the other ones, so I'm going to just go straight over to the other side. So we're not actually working that chain 2 section, as we just worked straight through that when we were making these front loop stitches. So again, we're just going to double crochet into each of those loops along until we get to the end. So I'm almost all the way around. I had 6, I believe, from the last one, or 5 rather, so I should have 6 left to do on this side. So I'm just going to skip over that chain 2 space and double crochet in each of those and slip stitch to finish this round. Now we have 4 rows of the double crochets on the external bit, so we want 4 rows of the double crochets on the internal. So as you can see, I've done my 4 rounds. I'm just going to pull up my yarn, and I'm not going to snip it because I'm going to be using this one to do my trim. However, if you want to use a third color for yours, you can snip that off here and we'll just do the trim. So now what we want to do is we want to attach these corner bits to the internal section so that our eggs go in. So I'm just going to attach that pink again, and I'm going to chain 3 and double crochet in each stitch along until we get to our corner. And when we get to our corner, we are going to be working through that chain 2 space, and then we are going to find the double crochet that lines up with the corner, and we're going to work through the top of that one as well. So we'll work 1 double crochet through the external and the internal bit, 1 more double crochet, but you're now working through the same stitch on that internal bit. So you find the stitch you've just worked into, and we'll double crochet in there. Now back to the external only, and again we're going to double crochet into each of those stitches from the external until we get to the next corner. But as you can see, this has attached the pockets quite neatly. So repeat this process all the way around until all 6 of your pockets are attached and the entire trim for the external has done. So I'm just at the end of mine here. Last one, and then we're just going to slip stitch again to the top of that chain 3. Now we are snipping our yarn at this point, chain 1 and pull through to complete. Oh, these scissors are rubbish, someone stole my good ones. So chain 1 and pull through to complete that round. I'm now going to go back to that internal bit where I left the loop and didn't tie off, and we're basically going to be doing the same for this round. So we're going to be adding an extra round, but now our pockets are attached. So we're going to chain 3 and we're going to double crochet in each of those stitches along until we get to where the external and the internal are attached. And when we get there, we are going to find that one in the middle, and we're actually going to double crochet into that same stitch and double crochet back into that same stitch on the other side. So effectively we have 4 double crochets in that stitch, so 2 from the outside and 2 from the internal, and then we're just going to double crochet along and repeat this when we get to the other corner. So we've got one and our last one there, and then we're going in through that crochet from the internal and in again on the other side. So again 4 in that double crochet in the internal, and we're just going to complete this process all the way around and then slip stitch when we get to the end. So this is my last one for that center. I'm going to slip stitch into that chain 3 to complete, then snip off my yarn, got better scissors now, chain 1 and pull through to complete the main basket section, but we want a handle on ours, so I'm going to go away and sew in all these little threads, and then we'll come back to do the strap. So that's all my ends tidied in. To do the strap, you want to locate where you attach the 2. You've got 1 on either side and you want to go 1 further along, so you're working in 4 stitches. Now grab the yarn of your choice. I'm using the same color as the internal, and we're just going to attach that into the first of 4 stitches, and you're going to chain the length that you want for your strap. I used 50 stitches in total for mine, or 50 chains, but you can make yours as long as you wish. Then on that opposite corner, you're again going to locate the 4, and you want to go into the first of the 4, and we're just going to do a slip stitch in there, slip stitch over to the second, and we're just going to single crochet all the way back up our chain until we get to the opposite corner. So we've just got to the end and completed our last single crochet, and we're going to slip stitch into that next stitch along, slip stitch into the next one, turn our work and single crochet right back up, and we're going to repeat this 1 more time. So when we get to the other end of our single crochets, we'll slip stitch in again, slip stitch over to the 4th one, and do 1 more row of single crochets. And we're going through all of those stitches so that our handle is quite secure, and should we carry it around, our eggs don't fall out. So final single crochet on this row, slip stitch in, and now we can snip our yarn, chain 1, pull through, and again go and finish all of those tails. This was one I made that I hadn't done the tails in, but go away, sew those in and secure them, and here is our little egg basket complete. Hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Sorry if it was a bit rushed, but I did have a 15-minute limit for the video. Hope you guys give this one a go. Happy Easter to you all. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe. It really does help the channel and lets YouTube know that you like our videos. Thank you. Again, thank you guys for coming back to the Apothecary. It was great to see you again, and hopefully I'll see you guys again soon.